Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday morning. So, hypocrisy, selective memory. Gee, how does this come up? Don't you always love how things are bad at one point and good at another point? Or, gee, you said this before and now you changed your mind. It's kind of like talking to a 8-year-old about, who ate the last bag of Doritos. I didn't do it. He did it. I didn't do it. Well, you know what? You've got cheese all over your face. I'm betting you did. Well, okay, but he stuffed them in my mouth. It's crazy how this stuff goes on. Interesting stories that have come out here in the last 16 hours. Okay, we need to be concerned with this. There's a new report out that, get this, 42% of liberals, nearly half, better than 4 in 10, believe it is acceptable to go beyond peaceful protest, in other words, to get violent, in response to ICE. 60% of liberals under the age of 30 believe that violence is the answer. I want you to think about that for a second. In your town, depending on what population of your neck of the woods has illegals in it. Because the one thing you can certainly say for liberals is they aren't highly disciplined. Right? Okay. You're walking down the street, there's an ICE raid going on, you've got an American flag t-shirt on. You've seen me wear those. You've got a MAGA hat on. You've seen me wear those. You got a Trump bumper sticker on your car. They're coming. 60% of them think violence is the answer. Right? Oh my God, no, you can't be getting rid of these people. Most of them aren't old enough to remember that famous picture of Elian Gonzalez. Remember him? The little boy that the Clinton administration had a famous picture of with I don't even remember what the agency was called last. Maybe it was Border Patrol. It wasn't ICE. CBP, whatever. Fully armed, pointing a rifle at this little boy while he was held by a man in the closet. And everybody's like, yeah, get rid of him. He's an illegal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now the liberal mind is going, you know what? Maybe the correct answer to that would have been to, this is what they're calling for, shooting the ICE agent. If you caught this yesterday, in Illinois, they have now caught the person, or identified at least, the person who is putting bounties on ICE agents' heads up to 50 grand. Now, you live in a poor neighborhood and somebody says, hey, I'll give you 50 grand if you kill this guy. There's a lot of people who take you up on that. Okay. How many stories have we seen of murder for hire plots that, the ex-wife or the ex-husband or whatever agrees to pay some undercover agent $4,000, $5,000 to do it, right? And they think, hey, I'm going to get it done. And this is 10 times that money. Just want you to pay attention. The violence is getting more and more pronounced and more accepted. This is what they are planning on. Because how long does it take before the violence isn't directed just at ICE agents? It's directed at anybody that supports the deportation of every illegal. Again, I ask you the question, can you protect yourself? But let's go to more hypocrisy. Okay, let's go into Washington on hypocrisy. Anybody catch Nancy Pelosi yesterday when she was asked about whether or not it was her responsibility to call in the National Guard on January 6th? Yeah, going back to this again. And she turned around and told the reporter to shut up, even though it's on video taken by her daughter, where she acknowledges she was the one responsible for the security of Congress, and she was the one that should have requested the National Guard. She's already said it, and now she's telling people to shut up over it, that we got to blame Trump for it again. Great, okay. And again, I say this because this is what the media is spinning this as. This is what the CNNs and the MSNBCs and the ABCs and yada, yada, yada are showing, how the Democrats are standing up to Republicans. No, they're defying the laws of gravity, okay? The truth will come crashing down on you. They just don't want to believe it. You talk about the shutdown and Kamala Harris with her profanity-laced tirade yesterday about it. You get Bernie Sanders screaming bloody murder about it. I mean, I get such a kick out of this that everybody's trying to blame Donald Trump. Hasn't made it to his desk yet. He can't do anything. Okay, he's not in the Senate, newsflash. Okay, trying to blame Mike Johnson. I hate to tell you this. The House has already passed the CR, so the House has nothing to do with it. Okay. They try to blame John Thune, the rhino leader of the Senate, that he hasn't gotten people on board. Now, he's got all the Republicans except for Rand Paul, which that's hopeless anyway. Okay, Rand Paul and Tom Massey, Kentucky, please do something different. Okay, get with the program already. But nobody wants to point the finger at Chuck Schumer. That why can't he get his people on board? Oh, we shouldn't do this. Except if you go back throughout Schumer's leadership, they have passed 13 continuing resolutions in the past to keep the government open. And Schumer himself has said the worst thing you can do is shut down the government. Except that's exactly what he's doing. I don't care how much spin they put on this, trying to blame the Republicans for shutting down the government. It ain't working. The public's not buying it. Everybody knows the reason this won't go through, the reason that the government is shut down, is because the Democrats won't come to the table. They have demands and no grounds, no negotiation to get them. What do they want? Give us this and we'll give you what? We'll let you keep doing business as usual? Because that's what the CR is. I mean, this is funny. We've now been in a shutdown for over 2 weeks. This continuing resolution is only to keep the government open until November 21st, guys. That's 5 weeks away. Okay? The way it's looking now, this shutdown is going to keep going for 5 more weeks, and then we're in a full-blown budget crisis. Right? Nothing will change. And then honestly answer me this. If they miraculously pass the CR today and open the government back up, do you think Congress is going to do anything between now and say, oh, the 19th of November? No, they'll ignore this until the last 48 hours and then they'll all bitch back and forth. We need this again. No, you're not getting it. Okay. It's the hypocrisy, the don't remember what I said yesterday, the let me lie to you a little bit more mentality, the if we don't get our way, we're taking our ball and going home. or do what I say or I'm going to kill you mentality of leftism has got to be cleaned up. Eventually, it's going to come to the point where we're all going to suffer. The military, they got enough money to pay them today, to the 15th or the 16th. They'll get paid. The Halloween paycheck, there ain't the money for. So those people are going to suffer, which then means anybody that lives near a military base that, I don't know, works at a grocery store, is a barber, gas station attendant or whatever. If those people don't have money, they can't spend it at your business. Therefore, now you have problems. You want to get on an airplane, forget it, okay? Holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, think of flight delays we're going to have or flight cancellations. Eventually, we all feel this. And the blame goes back to one man. The illustrious Crying Chuck. It's going to get more violent as we get into the holidays because now people's stress levels go up. There's more pressure. Oh, Thanksgiving's here. You got to have dinner with the uncle who has different political views than you. Stress level goes up. People start worrying about buying Christmas presents. Stress level goes up. Maybe I'll just steal some, right? There's a whole sector of the country that thinks that's okay. Stress levels go up. And when stress levels go up, people snap. You're going to see road rage. You're going to see more drive-bys. Okay? Be careful. Stay protected. And do what you can right now to insulate yourself from the effects of societal collapse. Because literally, that's what the liberals are calling for. Pinball out.